Hello everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron, where our current issue is primarily a logistical one. So let's take a quick look at our logistics over here. It's primarily here, where we have 15 out of 5, as well as here, where we have 49 out of 15. So let's take a quick look at how our logistics are here. So our local infrastructure is not great here. That's definitely something that we should work on. And can we work on our local infrastructure here? I believe we already are we not? Let's see here. Hang on. Are we already working on this? Yes, we are. So we should probably move this far up on the list. That becomes very important, and the question is, where exactly is it? Here. There we go. Okay, so that moves up to top priority for right now. Okay, what else do we have going on over here? 25% of previous infrastructure, which would be this over here. Average infrastructure here is low. It's kind of weird, right? That this is flowing like this and then back to here, rather than flowing directly in via this state up here, Northeast Siberia. That's definitely a little strange to me. As level 10 and 9 naval bases over here, but we still only have 25% of previous infrastructure. Hang on. Local infrastructure 2.62. Oh, well, yeah, that's the problem there. So we're going to need to work on that as well, of course. And we knew that that would be a fairly large priority. Where exactly is this in the list? No, seriously, where exactly is this in the list? This is... What is this state? Okay. It's got to be in here somewhere. Here it is for the fort construction. And we're just checking through here. Ostmark is not what we're looking for. I feel confident that we have it queued up. In fact, I'm quite certain that we do. How am I missing it? How indeed. The Northeast Siberian Air Base is not a big deal. There's Northwest Siberia there, which again is not a big deal. Oh, we don't have it queued up because we don't have the territory. Of course, I'm a moron. Well, that's okay. We definitely need to work on that a bit, and... the real question here is local supply base +3, incoming 2.62, local infrastructure. Yeah, so we need to deal with that. To do that, we have to take these territories, which is problematic, to be sure. Problematic indeed. That said, Japan is fighting a very wide front war. And they really can't sustain it, I suspect, due to just manpower losses. When last we checked, they were at around 1 million manpower, so it'll probably be a little while before that really starts to drop. But particularly as they fight over here, as well as fighting the Russian Federation over here, and fighting us and the Americans, I don't think their manpower is going to hold out forever. So we're going to work on this infrastructure as quickly as we can. And we're also going to put together some civilian factories, which will be very important for us, of course. I would potentially... oh, we're going negative in our fuel now. Fair enough. We're not hugely negative in it. And now we're positive. Okay, so we're, I think, in a pretty good situation as far as fuel goes. Really? We're considered substantially stronger than them, but yet we are in retreat right now. So there's that. Again, I think the reason that we're largely in retreat is twofold. One, we have a big deficit of modern tanks. Two, we have a lack of supply, particularly in these two regions. And that's something that we do want to deal with. We have lost a few units of tank. I'm thinking about reducing our tank plentitude in our offensive armies, down to perhaps 8 per army. That's something that we could, in theory, do. That would, of course, mean that we need a good amount of infantry. We could pull some in from our Coast Guards. Rocket artillery upgrade has finished up. That's fine. We're not really using rocket artillery. So yeah, we're currently in retreat over here. And we're definitely losing a lot of units. And there's a reason for that, and that reason is logistics. We simply don't have what we need in these two states. We're working on it, but it's not going to be a very speedy process. So I think we're going to pull units from this Coast Guard here, and we're just going to bring in, say, these 4, like so. And we're not going to replace those tanks just yet. And then we're going to bring in, say, these 4 here. And we're going to place them here. We actually need 1 additional. So let's bring this unit in. Okay. And up we go. Fantastic. So they are on their way. We're going to have to replenish this Coast Guard, of course, but that's fine. Our military police are finishing up, and we are going to grab military police too. Fantastic. Yeah, we're definitely very, very short on supplies, particularly in these 2 locations. And that's what we really need to work on here. Unfortunately, we just have so many priorities here. We lost control of this state for the infrastructure. That actually does suck, but we may get pushed out of this state. If we do, that will be kind of to our benefit. Kind of to our benefit. Well, we are getting some work done on these civilian factories, so that's fair enough. We are a little bit short on manpower ourselves, but we are expecting that Japan is taking far more manpower hits than we are right now. We're in retreat over here as well. That's fine. So, yeah, it's mostly the supply issue in these locations. We are working on it. There's only so much that we can do. In fact, yeah, this is very rough over here. Very, very rough. This is a tank brigade, and we're actually going to put that into a new army in this army group. And does this army not have an assignment in the army group? It does not. Okay, so we're going to remove the army group's orders, and we're going to create our front line, like so. This is exactly the front line that we want, and we're going to put in our offensive line to be something along the lines of, not that, but exactly, but that'll do for now. Okay, there we go. Now, this army is assigned somewhere, but it's not exactly much of an army, if I'm honest. This is kind of a garrison group. We're going to put this into our Coast Guard, and we're kind of going to be switching our Coast Guard into these guys. There's apparently not a way through here. Let's see if we can negotiate through Austria. We can. Fantastic. So these guys should start moving now-ish. Unable to find valid path to target. Okay, now they're going, or some of them are anyway. Yeah, now they're moving. I'm not sure where these guys are intended to go. Army 4? There is a path to the target. It's not a great path. They'll make their way out there eventually, I think. I hope? I wish. So we are going to continue to work on bulking this up over time. We're not going to have any more tank divisions for a while, but we will have infantry divisions quite soon. And that's great. So these guys are working on their redeployment, but we're mostly in a holding pattern up here while we continue to work on our infrastructure. Or more specifically, our civilian factories right now. I would like more synthetic refineries. Unfortunately, that's not currently an option. Be great if it was, but nope, no such luck right now. So, I mean, we are making we're getting some progress over here, I feel like. I'm going to put these guys over on this side, over here. There we go. This Japanese unit is retreating. Okay, that's great. We're very glad to see that. Our organization is regenerating fairly quickly-ish. Okay. How are we doing on our tank production? About 18 per day. That's not too terrible, especially considering our production cap is still rising. We're okay with that. Scout Plane 1s have finished up. These techs are very unimportant to us. We're just working our way through the tech tree. Now we could start dropping some nukes on Japan, but that would require strategic bombers, which we don't really have access to right now. Unfortunately, we can't do any prospecting. That's not super shocking, I suppose. No, we're mostly just holding here and hoping that Japan is expending large amounts of manpower over here. That's the idea. In fact, what is Japan at for manpower? Actually, they are expending large amounts of manpower. They're down to somewhere between 200 and 400k. That's a significant decrease. That's solid. I mean, we know they're expending some manpower up here, but there's a lot of fighting going on over here. So that's great. Infantry divisions. They join this army. Fantastic. Off they go. Wonderful. So, yeah, this army is going to go all the way over here. It's going to take them some time to get there, it seems. Hopefully, the Allies can hold until then. If not, that's okay, I suppose. We are working our way through those civilian factories, and they're making solid progress. We're going to have 2 more units of infantry very soon. That's great. That is absolutely fantastic. Hello, pause menu. In fact, ooh, this is a modern tank template. I mean, it's not really what we want in our offensive groups, but this will definitely make good progress towards fully manning our Coast Guards. And we're going to use Greater Hungary's troops for manning our Coast Guards, definitely. So this one needs to have a total of 65. This one needs to have a total of 26, which it has. This one, 103, which is questionable. This one's 67. So we have plenty of places in our Coast Guards to put these guys as units. So that's great. Over here, things are going about the same, in all honesty. Kind of a bit of a back and forth. If we had the logistics, I would consider moving to an aggressive attack. But lacking these logistics makes that very complicated. We're making good progress over here as well with these constructions. We're seeing a lot of fluctuation with our number of available consumer goods factories, or rather civilian factories. There's definitely a lot of fluctuation there. Okay. No real infrastructure to be built over here just yet, which is slightly problematic. Our manpower is in about the same range as Japan's right now, but Japan is definitely dropping their manpower very quickly. 326k maximum now. These guys are going to continue to populate our Coast Guards. That's fantastic. And we're going to continue our recruitment here as quick as we can. We're currently only producing 11.6 modern tanks per day. That's definitely a bit spicy. We're going to actually move some of our heavy tank brigades over to here. So we're going to move a single heavy tank brigade here, and then a single modern tank brigade here. They're the same thing at this point. But we're going to go ahead and move them on over. And next time we get some infantry, we can put them in here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to just grab some of our infantry divisions from here. And we're going to do this number. So we're taking these to... That was not what I intended to do. I wanted to grab, say, this guy. Fantastic. We're going to have our vassal forces start filling out our Coast Guard. And we're going to start slowly transferring into this. So we want 8 units of armor and 16 units of infantry, I think, in each of these, rather than 12 and 12. So we're working our way up with this army, and if that's the case, I am going to actually cancel production of this modern tank brigade. And we're going to do like 4x3. Right? It should actually be 2-to-1. But running 4x3 for now is, I think, okay. Because we need to fill out this army a little bit. I said we're maybe a little bit ahead on our tanks here. I'll let this run to completion. Once this one finishes up, we'll bring it down. Okay. We can get ourselves another technology, not like it's hugely important. Keep in mind, Japan is running almost exclusively, if we have intel here, yeah, Japan is running almost exclusively infantry divisions. There are a few tank divisions here and there, and cavalry, but they're mostly infantry. So that is definitely something to note. I would like to hire a new commander for this guy. Actually, this guy is unassigned, so I'll just put him in there. Perfect. That is absolutely wonderful, and we're going to finish up these last few civilian factories. Although, maybe we should cancel one of these and build a synthetic refinery. Synthetic refineries are better than trading for oil. Right? Because, let's see here, we get 168 fuel gain from that. From this, we're currently trading 168 oil. And how much fuel gain does each oil actually give us? Do we know? We kind of don't know. Ah, there we go. 181 fuel is giving us 17.3k fuel. Okay, so let me pull up a calculator here. 17.3 thousand. And then that would be divided by 181. So that is roughly 95.6 fuel per oil. Okay. So 95.6 fuel per oil. Each civilian factory is gaining us 8 oil. So we multiply that number times 8. So each civilian factory is giving us 764.64 fuel. Interesting. The reason that I say that that is interesting, of course, is a synthetic refinery actually only gets us 168 fuel and takes up the same slot as a single civilian factory. So we are actually better off trading for the oil. Good to know. Unless we want to be fuel independent, of course. Which we're not that interested in right now. Okay, we just got to gain there. We're losing here. That's good to know. Yeah, they're pushing in here, but we should be able to push them back out. This is just kind of a back and forth here until someone runs out of manpower. And it's going to be Japan. Their manpower is dropping like a rock right now. So that's very, very good to know. We're completely okay with yielding territory right now as we finish up these constructions. Japan is losing lots of manpower over here, and once they are out of manpower, they're really going to start collapsing, and we're very happy about that. Very, very happy indeed. I don't necessarily like this bulge here. I'm glad that we're actually losing this battle. That said, we need to let these guys retreat. Okay. I think they're good. Perfect. So yeah, we definitely need to work on this logistical situation here. It's really awkward. Like, really, really awkward. We do need to be prioritizing our infrastructure in this state, I feel like. Bryansk. Okay. Boom. Okay. So we're going to do that for now. We're going to have 2 more civilian factories finishing up in a moment. So that's very, very good. We are going to get pushed out of this territory. That's fine. We fully expect that. That is a-okay. Getting pushed out of this state isn't the worst thing, like I said. Recon companies have finished up. We're going to grab Recon Company 2. The big thing we want to do is we want to make sure that Japan is paying in terms of manpower for what they're taking. They are losing manpower way faster than we are. So that is the important thing here. We are producing about 20 modern tanks per day. And reducing our modern tank ratio in these armies will help that pretty tremendously. We may end up wanting to reduce them further. We'll see. They're attacking over here, but we're winning. Okay. We're definitely having a supply shortage issue. There's no doubt about it. These 2 supply states are the culprits. And this one, it's just that local infrastructure. That's really all it is. Unfortunately, we don't control the state. And also, the flow is coming in over on this naval line here. Naval Map Mode gives us... We actually see this? I know there's a way that we can see the current efficiency here. Do-do-do. Where actually is it? Is it all the way back over here that you have to see it? Yeah, here it is. Okay. Route efficiency of 100%. Okay, so no problems with our Navy currently, although there could be issues here. It's these guys that are assigned to it, and they're still just docked in Tahiti, so there's that. I think we're going to give them high repair priority, enable automatic split off, and enable automatic reinforcement as well. For some reason, they didn't have any of that on. There we go. Okay. So we'll do that for now. Hopefully that will help matters a bit. So yeah, we're pulling back over here. This is fully expected. Once we pull back to locations where we actually have good supply flows, we should be fine. We should be completely fine. Where are you going? Heading up over that way. Okay. Just checking. Yeah, we're still on our way in over this way. That's expected. Fully expected. We're up over 400k manpower now. That's fantastic. They're down to 224k manpower. They can't keep up this offensive. Certainly not on all of these fronts. Ooh, another front in India opened up. That's really, really good. They really can't keep this up. They're going to drop down below 200k manpower soon. And I'm just going off of the maximum of their estimate. We do need to figure out our logistical situation up here. There's only so much we can do on that. Our military police are finished up. Let's go ahead and grab additional military police. Fantastic. And as far as our actual logistics goes, I mean, we're basically finishing up these civilian factories. They'll be done soon enough. I'm going to cancel construction of these land forts. I think that the mountain range will probably be sufficient natural defenses. I'm also going to cancel construction of this airbase for the time being. All of this still probably wants to be made. We can do something like that, but it's a lowish priority. Okay, something like that. So Kerensk is slowly increasing in its infrastructure, and that is very, very good. That is, of course, this over here. With this infrastructure increasing, that should be increasing our infrastructure over here. I mean, the local infrastructure is bad, right? But we also have the 25% of previous infrastructure. Yeah, that gave us another additional supply over here. Finishing up this infrastructure here. So that's good. We're also seeing a few successful attacks over here. But I'm just waiting at this point for that manpower to drop. 176k. Once it's below 100k, that, I think, is when we pull the trigger. However, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, I'm pretty sure, is going to be the one where we pull that trigger. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.